the Carolina Panthers. Now, the divisions that the Carolina Panthers will be playing the NFC North, the AFC North. Obviously, they're on the NFC South, and 3 other games that are out of their conference. So, when it comes to the first game on the season, they'll be playing the Atlanta Falcons. And in my Falcons prediction, I already said the Falcons were winning this game. So Carolina's going to begin it off with a loss. But then they're going to be going back-to-back games against their division rivals and playing the NFC South Saints. And the Saints with Derek Carr are going to be a more put team. Because Sean Payton, even though he's not the head coach there, he still has a system there. So the Saints are going to win this game, and it's not going to be a good start to Bryce Young's career as a Carolina Panther. Then they move on to play the Seattle Seahawks. And Geno Smith and that Seattle team, they just added JSN, Jasmine Smith-Njigba, and they're just loading up on weapons for Geno Smith. I mean, Kenneth Walker is going to be a very good running back for the Seattle Seahawks. So it's going to be a very close game, but I'm going to give the Seattle Seahawks a win, and the Carolina Panthers will be starting the season so far 0-3. And they'll be starting the season 0-4 because after that, their first of the NFC North games is going to be against the Minnesota Vikings. And yes, even though the Minnesota Vikings defense is still trash and is still not good, I just think the offense is going to be a lot better, and I think that's just that the way that team is run is just overall better than the way the Carolina Panthers are run so far, because this is going to be a first year for Frank Reich and the Carolina Panthers and the first year for Bryce Young. Bryce Young will struggle, and I think they're going to struggle to start off the season because the last 2 games before the bye against the Lions and the Dolphins are going to be losses, which means at the beginning of the season, heading into the bye, the Carolina Panthers will be starting the season 0-6. And 0-6 right now will probably get you the number 1 draft pick and probably would get Frank Reich fired. But I think they're going to give him the benefit of the doubt, considering that he does have a rookie quarterback in Bryce Young. Coming off the bye, they're going to be playing the Houston Texans. That's going to be their first win this season before losing in a very, very close game that I think is going to happen. They're going to lose against the Colts, which is the Texans' division rivals, before picking up another win against the Chicago Bears. But this next game against the Dallas Cowboys, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a Carolina Panther fan or not. Carolina is not winning against Dallas. That's going to be a loss. But then they're going to go up against the Titans and the Bucs and pick up both wins against those 2 teams. Then they play the Saints again. And I think the Saints are going to sweep the Panthers. The Saints beat the Panthers again before the Falcons lose against the Carolina Panthers. And then the Carolina Panthers also beat Green Bay, who I don't really see doing well this season, and I'm going to be honest. I just don't see that happening when it comes to Green Bay. And then the final 2 games of the season for the Carolina Panthers are going to be losses against the Jags and the Buccaneers. So I think the Carolina Panthers are going to get swept by the New Orleans Saints. They're going to draw against the Falcons, and they're going to draw against the Buccaneers. So what does that mean for the Carolina Panthers and Frank Reich and their first year quarterback in Bryce Young? Well, rookie quarterbacks tend to not do good in their first season. Trevor Lawrence didn't do good in this first season. I don't expect Bryce Young to do good in this first season, especially considering that Frank Reich is still trying to get his own players into there. He's not going to be able to get all his players into there in their first season. Second season, I expect Frank Reich and the Carolina Panthers team to just outdo themselves. And so the Carolina Panthers, at the end of the 2023-2024 NFL season, the Carolina Panthers will be finishing 6-11.